Welcome back to the sister channel. We are super excited to be back with another podcast style video. We're so glad you guys liked this style the last time we did it.
It was a lot of fun to film.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just a lot less, like, I don't know, it's a lot easier for us.
And it's
and it's more low key,
chat.
and I think we enjoy it more because we get to like chat with you guys.
Yeah.
So today we asked y'all in our stories to send in some dilemmas, and we got a few really good ones. So we're gonna answer them now and try to give the best advice that we can because some of these are like really tricky.
I know, they're really hard. And you guys can leave your comments in the comment section, like what you guys would do or whatever. And we have some that were like in DM, so they're a little bit longer. And then we also put a question box, so some of them are like, you know, short and to the point. Okay, I'll start with a couple of the DMs that I got. And like I said, like these are like tricky. Like I literally don't know what I'm gonna say yet. So.
Okay.
This won't fit in the dilemmas box, but I have an abusive and controlling husband and my parents won't allow me to divorce. I haven't been able to get a job because he never allowed or would pay for childcare or for daycare for our child and still won't let our kids start school. He forces me to homeschool, cook, clean, and do whatever he wants. He only lets us visit his family and it's all the time. I have no freedom or life and I can't figure out how to get my life back.
Oh gosh.
So
I feel like that's
sad.
like a step above controlling. That is like on another level.
That's like emotional abuse. Did she say physical abuse or just?
I think she just said abusive and controlling.
Abusive.
Yeah, abusive
so
and
obviously
controlling.
very emotionally abusive.
Well,
I feel like she needs to seek help, like from,
actual help,
like outside resources for a situation like that.
Yeah, and like a lot of like the domestic violence shelters and things will take women in not just for physical violence. I mean, emotional abuse is violence.
Yeah.
If you feel like you and your child are stuck, then that is definitely something that you should look into, is like getting help. And I mean, I know it might feel like you're going against your parents' wishes or whatever, but this is your life and you have to make sure that you take care of you and your child. I mean, it's not just you anymore.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do in that
hard.
situation.
Oh my gosh.
It's not an easy, like, cut and dry, like, this is exactly what you need to do. Because I'm sure she still loves him, maybe. I mean, that'd be so hard to, like, leave
especially
if
it's the father of your child.
I would just look into options of help, like with domestic violence shelters. And there's no shame in, you know, getting out of a situation to leave to hopefully, like, be better for you and your child.
Yeah.
And obviously it would be like a really hard transition, but once you're on the other side, like your life will be.
Yeah. Imagine so like having full control of your life and being able to do like whatever you want to do.
I know. I feel like it's kind of hard when, you know, we obviously aren't in her shoes to give advice on situations.
We're really not qualified for this type of question.
Yeah.
But just from what I can tell, I mean, I think she needs help. And I will actually leave resources down below if anyone is in a situation like abusive emotionally or physically. Like I'll leave like a hotline number you can call.
Yeah.
That's just so sad. So if any of you guys have advice for her, please leave it down below. But yeah, I think we would all agree that like that's an emotionally abusive situation.
And you're not the only one, I'm sure, that is in a situation like that. And that's why there are resources to help you get out of things like that. So you're not alone. You just need to figure out how to get out of it.
It's not going to be an easy road, but
we'll be praying for you.
Yeah.
Okay, this girl said, my mom wants me to marry my cousin. I have never seen him nor talked to him in person. The idea of marrying cousins disgusts me. I think it is important to have attraction to each other. Seems like he likes the way I look, but I don't like the way he looks. He is not a bad-looking man at all, but the concept of marrying him makes him look ugly and me to puke. My mom wants me to visit Germany to see him, but I want him to come because why do I need to go all the way to Germany to say no? So far, our parents are involved, but he is not taking the initiative to talk to me. I can't find any of his social media, which is creepy in this generation, and mom won't give me his phone number to contact him. I feel stuck. What should I do?
Why isn't her mom giving him his phone number?
They probably want them to meet first in person.
I mean, that's a expensive plane ticket to come over. Then you don't.
Well, first of all, if he's wanting her, he needs to be the one who comes to wherever she is from Germany to see her.
And he needs to be putting in a little bit of initiative to speak to her.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Like, she seems like, okay, I don't like him, but at least if I could have his number or something, she's like, give me something, but then
She can't even find him
She
on social
can't
media.
find his social media, which is very strange.
I mean, I know that there are some guys that aren't on social media, but like they at least have like a Facebook page.
Yeah,
or
you can at least Google them or something.
Yeah. So.
I genuinely don't know what I would do if our parents were like, no, you're gonna marry this cousin. They don't have any social media, and you can't talk to them till they get here.
If it's a cousin or not, I feel like someone like not like forcing you, but like pushing someone on you like that just makes them not attractive. Like you're like, I want to be able to find my own person. Like I would someone forcing someone on me.
Advocate for yourself and voice that you don't want this person and you're not interested in them.
Yeah, like it's not going to be a decision that's going to make you happy in your life. Like,
but
it's not something that you're interested in.
I agree with her that he needs to be the one coming to visit.
Yeah, definitely
cousin or not. Like, okay, dude, if you want me, then you need to show some kind of steps.
I think that's just like given that the guy should come to the girl. Yeah. I would just advocate for yourself, and if you see this person and you're like, this isn't what I want, then say no. I don't want
Surely,
to.
Hopefully they'll respect your decision. So.
Yeah.
So this one says, is it rude to unfollow past peers or friends from school once I graduate, especially since I don't talk to them or see them and don't vibe with them anymore? This is funny because I feel like I totally, I didn't wait till I graduated. Like even when I was in school with people and I didn't vibe with them or didn't like them, I would unfollow them, which probably was rude of me.
I unfollowed everyone after I graduated high school.
I think I follow maybe 2 or 3. I keep up with like one really good friend from high school.
I keep up with one really good friend, and then everyone else. Every once in a while, I'll see like on the people who like my pictures, I'm like, oh my god, that girl still follows me. Like she was like in my like high school biology class or whatever. It's so weird, but
I don't feel bad because I look at it like if I don't want to see your stuff, it's not that I don't like you as a person. I just don't want to view your stuff when I open my phone,
feel like
it's just unfollow.
I don't feel like it's rude.
Yeah, and most of the people that you went to high school with, I promise you will like literally never see them again. It's crazy. You go from like seeing them every single day for 12 years and then you literally don't see them anymore. So
you know what's even more sad is when you forget their name. Like I've seen people on public and I'm like, oh my god, like I know their face but I don't remember what their name is.
Oh yeah. Like, that's so bad with names.
I have unfollowed like some people and then I realized that they like unfollow me back and because they see that I unfollowed them and I'm like, oh, I didn't mean that mean. Yeah. But it happened and it probably was mean. So or they viewed it like that.
I don't take offense.
Like, whatever. I wouldn't take offense. I mean, I don't know if people unfollow me, whatever. Probably.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure like people unfollow.
I just take it as like, oh, they don't want to consume my content, so they just unfollow.
But I think it's maybe different when you're not an influencer. Like if it's just like it's your friend and like, oh, you unfollowed them.
If you really don't want to like unfollow, you can always just like mute their content and you can still be a follower but then never see their stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just healthy to go through your social media, especially like the beginning of the year, and just cleanse.
Yeah.
Get rid of people that you just literally don't vibe with anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Marry a guy with an amazing personality even if I'm not physically attracted to him.
No,
honey. I mean, well,
okay, but
no. There's a time.
The thing.
If you're absolutely disgusted by him and you just don't see any potential in you being attracted to him at all, then no. Obviously, like,
I don't think she's disgusted with him. She's just like she probably loves his personality, but maybe like a best friend, a best guy friend.
Yeah. But I could never, like, love someone's personality without being attracted to them. Like, I wouldn't even give them a chance to, like, get to know them in a way if I weren't attracted to them. But, I mean, obviously she did.
Maybe, you know, we talked about before, like, do you think attraction could grow or not? Maybe she's like, oh, maybe something will spark.
Yeah,
his personality is so good.
I feel like if he's a handsome person and you're like, okay, he's handsome, but I just don't feel the spark, he's just not a 10.
Yeah.
It can grow to a 10 if he's just a 6 or 7.
If they already have some, if you're already like,
if you're not attracted to him at all.
Yeah. If you don't find any physical attraction, then I would say no. Because honestly, when you're mad at them, the only thing keeping you okay is like, okay, at least he's cute. Like, you may be rude right now, but at least you're cute.
And then if you are mad at them and they're ugly,
you're like, what do I need you for?
I mean, I guess it definitely helps.
And our aunt told us that one time.
Really?
She was like, the only thing you can remember is when they're being rude.
It's the best advice. I know. If there's no attraction, I feel like don't waste your time because attraction is very
and it's
important.
not fair to them
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it's
To
really
like
not.
lead them on.
Yeah.
I want kids, but he doesn't. But at the same time, it feels like we're perfect together. That is so hard.
I feel like it's probably perfect in the moment, like right then.
Yeah.
You know, everything's going good. You think you're perfect for each other, and then you get married, and then you want more out of what your life, like you've always pictured, and then it's like, no, this is it, and you're like,
It's so true, man.
you would resent them.
That is true. I feel like you have to like focus on you, and like what your personal goals and like, you know, wishes are for your life. And if that guy doesn't fall into that, then maybe he's not the perfect one for you. I don't know.
Because I always try to remember, like, you were your own self before you met somebody. So you have to stay true to, like, what you wanted, you know? It's still your life. Like, if that were me, I really couldn't do it. Like, being a mom and, like, having kids is something, like, really important to me. And I would want that within a marriage. And so if my husband couldn't give that to me, it would really...
It'd be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That makes me think of John Cena and Nikki Bella.
I know.
They were together for so long, and then she always wanted to be a mom, but he was like, no, I'm not having kids. He never wanted to get married even, and she was like, okay, like, I love him so much, we don't have to get married, we don't have to have kids. And then they finally got engaged, and she was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. And then he was like, I still don't want to have kids. And she thought she was okay with it because she loved him so much, but
or
then...
maybe she thought she could change him.
Yeah.
Or maybe she thought it would just...
And then she broke it off, and now she's engaged with a baby.
Yeah.
And she's so happy because she's a mom.
And y'all have watched Selling Sunset and Chriselle.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Oh, yeah, the owner.
The owner of
short
the...
guy.
I know. The owner of
Jason.
the group. Jason. Yeah, they were together.
Oh my God.
And then whenever they post on social media, they said that like they had the most amazing relationship, but they just had different ideas about what they wanted in their life, and it seemed like it was because probably she wanted kids.
He didn't.
Or maybe he didn't, or whatever.
But you
That's
know
just
what
I got out of it.
what I find so interesting, sometimes like a man can be so adamant, like, I do not want kids, I do not want kids, but then he'll meet like the love of his life and be like, oh, now I want kids, you know? Or like he could be with one woman and doesn't want kids and then be with somebody else and it's like, yes, I want kids with you.
But that doesn't mean that that's going to happen to this person.
Well, no.
Right?
I guess that wasn't
I
really...
think she needs to keep in mind, like, you think you love this person and you're perfect together, but how perfect would it be if you, like, found that person that wanted to start a family with you?
Yeah, and...
You know, I don't know. I feel like you just have to think about yourself and be selfish with that a little bit.
Some things, you have to be selfish with some things, and I feel like that is a major thing.
Sister-in-laws and how to deal when y'all don't get along, lol. So thankfully I have never had any like issues with my sister-in-laws, thankfully. You guys know Mara, and I've honestly gotten a lot of comments like here and there about why I don't like Mara and why do I never have her in my content, I must hate her, and just all kinds of like
Mara is pregnant and she's
stuff.
living her life.
I'm like,
She don't
oh my
care
gosh, people literally will just like jump to conclusions and make up stuff. But yeah, we have a very good relationship. I mean, I just feel like you don't have to be like best friends with your sister-in-law. It's not like a must,
right?
You know, like you just need to be cordial.
But if you do get into like, say, like you get into an altercation with your sister-in-law, or maybe she like jabs you in a certain way and it just really bothers you, and like you can only take like so many jabs. But then, like, would you bring it up to your husband?
No, you know what I would do? I would just go and tell her. Because, like, it's your husband's sister, you know?
It's either your husband's sister or it's your brother's wife. So it's hard.
Either way, that man is still going to be like, that's an important woman to me. I mean, I don't know. I would just go straight to the sister-in-law.
I feel like it's like, do you go to the sister-in-law, but then what if it makes it worse? Like... You know, it starts this huge thing.
I don't have sister-in-laws,
I wish
so I
we had
guess
gotten
I can't.
like some kind of details about what happened between her sister-in-laws, because then we could
know a little better.
I just know that if I had issues with Mara and I was to talk about it with Omar, he would... I mean, I'm his wife, so obviously he would listen to what I had to say and care, but at the end of the day, it's also his sister, so he's not gonna like... He literally would just stay neutral and not pick a side and just stay out of it, so I don't know how helpful it would be going to your husband about that as well. Like,
I think
like
you guys would be that way, yeah.
And then if it's your brother's wife, like that's his wife, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
He's gonna be protective over her.
He's gonna be protective over his wife. So Oh, that's so hard.
That's very difficult. Maybe it would be better, honestly, to just not try to have a super close, like, best friend relationship, like you said. Just be very cordial.
If she is crossing the line and just doing things that just are rude or whatever it is, then you know how she is. And you just know that, okay, that's how it's going to be. We're not going to be able to be friends, and that's okay. And we just have to be polite, respectful at family gatherings.
That's a place where you just have to try to be the bigger person, even though it might be really hard.
Yeah. It's going to be hard. In your mind, you're going to be saying lots of things, but you're just going to be smiling, and you're just going to have to be fake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
fake it till you make it.
I think that's going to just make it easier on your relationship with your husband or your brother or whoever.
Yeah. I had a fatty head with a guy who I loved for many years, but had to break it off because I didn't feel he cared about us enough to become an adult. He said he would love to do a lot of things to show me and my family he is serious about us, but he never actually committed and did the things. Because we were so young, I felt like he just wanted to, in a way, keep me on hold until he manned up and showed up. I was so patient with him. It was super hard for me to break it off, but I know 100% should have been done. If I were to go back in time, I would do the same thing, but there are many times I feel empowered and over him, and other times where I'm still have feelings for him. I'm so tired of feeling this way and just need to get over him 100% forever because it's something I carry with me and feel like it weighs me down and makes me doubt myself. Any advice?
So she was with him when she was young, and
they got married. They got Fatsy Head when she was young, and he still was growing up. So she felt like
she was just waiting on him.
Yeah, waiting on him, and he never could become a man. So she ended things, and she doesn't know. I feel like that's normal feelings when you end a relationship.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Like,
it's
you're
normal.
never gonna be like, oh my god, like. Well,
because you remember the good stuff. Like, time goes by and you're over being pissed off, so you remember the good stuff and the bad stuff, but you start remembering, like, oh, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, and then like, no, those are normal feelings, and I feel like you'll never truly get over the situation until you've like moved on, honestly, and found that you have been proven right that situation was something you needed to get out of, and there's someone better
treats you better.
I think you need to have confidence in the decision that you made, and you made that decision for a reason. You were feeling all those feelings, and you just need to remind yourself why you did it. And
if there's like if he was still growing up, I mean, that's fine, but if he's not showing you that he's capable of doing that, that's another story. It's going to weigh you down as a person. You're not going to be able to grow.
You can't wait around on a guy forever.
Yeah. She obviously didn't have confidence in him and his ability, so I think you did the right thing.
I think she did.
It is hard to doubt yourself, but you just have to know that it was what's best for you. My husband refuses to tell me where he is going when he leaves the house. That's shady.
That's like a red
flag. I would get on his phone and make sure that he's on Find My Friends, or download like some type of tracking app where he didn't know that I was able to track him.
I mean, that's a red flag.
That's such a red flag.
I would do it because I'm sneaky like that.
I mean, that's like a safety thing. You need to know like where your spouse is. So you can just make sure. Like,
if he's not telling you, then that's weird.
That's
if it's like a continuous thing, like every time he leaves, he just doesn't tell you. Like,
it's not normal.
That's not normal.
Girl, you better get on it. How to deal with fake friends / people who are envious.
I feel like a lot of girls can relate that it is hard to find good friends, like girlfriends. It's just kind of like toxic sometimes, where girls get super jealous of other women and are not happy for their success. Like they, things are going along great, but then as soon as someone
gets married or has a baby, meets a man,
they just like turn on them. That's happened to all of us so many times.
And I think that's why as you get older, like your circle gets smaller and smaller. Oh my gosh, because so like as you like progress in your life, it's just a trend.
And you realize like who actually care. And it's so hard to find those girls who like will like support you and like just lift you up and just be happy, genuinely happy for one another, for the things.
I feel like your friends, you should feel like their successes are your own. Like that's how I feel towards my friends. Like anything good that happens, I feel as if it happened to me.
That's how I am too. And that's how I am with y'all. Like y'all's successes are my success. Like I'm so genuinely happy.
I feel
that's how we feel.
Way. I feel like when I was like in junior high and high school, I had so many friends, like so many girlfriends, but you get older and like you said, your circle gets smaller because I feel like when you're in high school and like school, you all have kind of the same life. You're going to the same classes, you have the same event. Like there's nothing.
No one really has like one up on anyone
and
in a
then
way.
college and kind of the same. Like you join organizations and you're all doing the same things. But my circle definitely got a lot smaller. Like
I feel like any girl I meet, they're like, yeah, I have like 2 or 3 friends. I feel like it's better that way.
And honestly, it's funny because when Muhammad and I met, like he has so many friends.
Right.
And guys are just different. Like they don't care about certain things. And I really like all of his friends that I have met are so genuine, like great people that I would hang around and like I love that he has all those friends. But I remember thinking like you've introduced me to so many of your friends and I don't have anyone to introduce you to I'm like this is my best friend, you know.
Right.
But it's different and I don't think you need to feel a certain way
bad about
if you
it.
don't have like a ton of friends.
Yeah, and those girls that are envious and just toxic, talking badly about you, you need to drop those friends.
Yeah.
Those are not friends. Those are not true
But
friends.
I feel like that's actually something hard to do too. Standing up for yourself and like being like, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore because
I feel like it's kind of if a friend is a certain way about being jealous for you about your successes, but you have a really good time like hanging out with them when, you know, those things aren't brought up. It's like, do you cut the friend off completely?
I think you just keep in mind how they are, you know.
I think, if it's not like an option to like just drop them as a person. I'm like so harsh though. Like
Lena
that's how
is
I'm like, okay, bye.
Lena is
Never talking to you again.
Lena cuts people
That'll
off
do
like
it.
that. Don't have to worry about me. Do not have to worry about
That
me.
was literally me. I literally did that.
Well, I think in that situation, you have to learn, like, if you're in a relationship and things are new, but you just don't bring it up to that person. Like, don't share. You learn not to share certain things.
Yeah, honest, that's a good advice. Like, share your successes with the people that know are going to be happy for you, and those who may not, then just don't share it. You know?
Yeah, because you know it's just going to make them jealous, and then they're just going to try to put you down.
What to do if your sisters really hate the man you want to marry and he's a great man? Well,
I wonder, she needs to give him more information.
Yeah.
What has he done?
I mean, like, why do your sisters hate him? I feel like, okay, let's just say Lauren was in a relationship and she just thought he was the best guy, and then me and Amanda met him and we were like, oh,
yeah.
that's not
We'd
good.
be watching out for you, so maybe we see things that you don't.
Right.
So maybe it's the same for her.
I think your sisters probably have a good reason, hopefully, to hate the man.
I mean,
really
okay, I
impressive.
feel like I talk about this a lot, but I just have seen it with both you and Amanda, like, just being, and how I was, like, in the beginning of my relationship. That's just, like, the stage where you're just blinded by love. Like, you're infatuated, you don't really see the whole picture, you may, like, not really pick up on certain red flags and things like that, and your sister probably knows you better than anyone, you know?
Yeah,
so
true.
her opinion probably is very important.
I would
also
listen to the advice.
Yeah, it's good to definitely take the advice.
Sometimes it's like maybe she knows that her sisters are right, but she just doesn't want to admit it.
Or maybe like whatever her sister's worried about, she's thinking isn't that big of a deal.
Right.
I wish we had more information.
But I feel like if you were to like get married, think about the dynamic, like your family dynamic with your sisters would change, because they probably wouldn't, even if you're all together and they don't have the best relationship with your husband, then it's sucks
Very
because
awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. If y'all didn't like Muhammad and then I felt like I was living a double life because I'd have my life with him and then I'd have my life with y'all, but I couldn't mesh the two.
Family approval is definitely important, but
at the end of the day, it's like
it's your
life
husband,
and your husband,
and you're the one who has to live with him.
So if it's like, if you feel like that's the one for you,
and vice versa, like if your family really likes a guy but you don't, you're the one who has to live with them.
Exactly.
So don't.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let us know down below what you guys want us to discuss in our next video. We are literally open to any kind of topic you guys want to talk about, whether it be like relationships, feminine hygiene, like literally whatever. And we kind of want to make it a like discussion between you guys and us. So I'll probably put like question boxes in my stories, and I can get like y'all's input on the topic as well, and we can just just kind of like talk about it. So let us know.
Yeah, and then if you guys have any dilemmas that you want us to answer in the future, we're thinking about making this a regular thing, maybe once a month or something. So if you think of something you want advice on, just you can DM it to one of us and say it's for the podcast.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.